Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to talk about the internet's favorite topic, rifles, GPRs, SPRs, DMRs, SBRs, LGBTQ pluses, LMNOPs, XYZs. What does it all mean? Which one should you build? What the hell are we even talking about? But before we get into it, I need to have a little disclaimer, because you see, this is all fictitious. This is all a ruse. This isn't even a real rifle. This is just an airsoft gun. And I have no idea what I'm talking about. And none of this is real. And it's not even my airsoft gun. I borrowed it from somebody because I hate guns. They're icky. And I love Joe Biden and the IRS and YouTube and lizard overlords. And I think that no one should ever break any law, because all the laws that were ever written by men were perfect, because men are perfect. And politicians are great. Wonderful. All right, moving on now. So everybody likes to come up with all these clever little acronyms and build a million different rifles. And I don't know what the hell you guys are doing, because you only have two hands. You only have two hands. Your two hands are going to carry one rifle, and that's what you're going to do. And you see, you're not a SWAT team. You're not an FBI HR team, hostage rescue team, HRT. There it is. FBI HRT team. That's not you. Team, HRT team. Haha. You are also not a Navy SEAL or a Delta Force guy, a Green Beret, right? You're not those. It's not you. I mean, if it is, then I don't know what the fuck you're watching my video for. But probably that's not you. So this whole idea of having a whole armory where you're gonna swap it out, because for every mission, and change into your different chest rigs and just get your different rifles, it's not real, everybody. You need to build one rifle based around your skill set, the possibilities of things you see happening to you, and the environment you find yourself in. And no matter what choices you decide, your rifle needs to be capable of accomplishing every possible task that you could even imagine on the battlefield, because that's the rifle you're going to have. If you have to shoot people close, that's the rifle you're going to have. If you have to shoot people far, that's the rifle you're going to have. If you have to shoot people at day, that's the rifle you're going to have. If you have to shoot people at night, that's the rifle you're going to have. If you're going to have to shoot people in the dark, that's the rifle you're going to have. That is the rifle you're going to have when it rains, when it shines, when it's hot, when it's cold, when you're in the mountain, when you're in the urban area. You're going to have that rifle, your service rifle. So what you see before you today is my service rifle. You might not, maybe should not build one exactly like it, but this is the one I have selected to build. It is a 16-inch Noveske stainless steel match barrel and bolt. It is a Midwest Industry Night Fighter rail. It is a Voltor upper, reinforced upper. It's a Reptilia mount that a Night Force Attacker 4-16 is sitting on, and a Trigicon dual illuminated no battery red dot, micro red dot is sitting on top of that. We also have a Surefire Vampire and a Holosun 117 LE117 IR. I've got a Surefire flash hider, Atlas bipods, a LaRue 2-stage trigger, blah 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 blah. Cool, that's my gun. It is a little SPR, DMR style, if you are fucking lame and want to use those terms. Why did I do that? Well, I did that because, A, my skill set, not to brag on myself, but I've been shooting for over 20 years. I'm a pretty naturally good shot. I'm an 8-time award expert on the Marine Corps marksmanship rifle range. I had some pretty solid instructors. I'm not going to do any name drops, but some individuals. I didn't go any classes, but people I knew in my life helped teach me how to long range shoot beyond just the fundamentals of marksmanship. And then they moved on to be extremely successful shooters. So, excuse me. I'm a nasty little civilian now, so I can itch my face whenever I want. So I've got some good teachers, some good classes behind me, and I have access to ranges. I have access to ranges at distance pretty much whenever I want. So if that's not you, if you don't understand ballistics, you don't have a bunch of experience behind your belt, you don't have a bunch of previous confirmation that you are a pretty good shot, you have the fundamentals understood, and you haven't sought professional teaching, and you don't have the ability to confirm at distance, I would not suggest you lean on a hyper precision build for your service rifle. However, those things are true for me. Also, I would imagine this part will apply to a lot of people. Realistically, I'm probably going to be alone or with a super, super small number. So wanting to not go kick in a bunch of doors and clear rooms, but rather sit back at distance is probably going to be a much better, more realistic strategy, as much as I can possibly get away with that. Should I find myself integrated into some sort of group or organization or team with any sort of manpower, I would imagine I'm going to be in somewhat of a leadership position, even if that's just a team leader role, being as I have some military experience, and I've continued, even beyond that military experience, more important that I've continued to practice and gain skill and keep myself fresh and learn beyond what the Marine Corps taught me. So I think there's a pretty solid chance I'm going to find myself in some sort of leadership position. And having the ability to identify what's going on in that battlefield, do a little impromptu leader's recon, is going to be massively important, especially if we don't have as many assets, if we're not as well supported as I am used to being, and I am in a leadership position. I'm going to want to see as good as I can see at whatever it is I need to see to make the decisions I need to make. Also, being in a leadership position means I'm probably not, once again, going to be kicking a bunch of doors and clearing a bunch of rooms and things like that running point. So I really don't need to hyperfixate on my split times. And I would argue anybody, almost anybody, unless you are that HRT team, or a Navy SEAL, your split times are way less important than your general marksmanship and your land nav and your water purification and your general ability to be ruthless. Those are going to be way more important than dropping a quarter second on your split times between targets. Not that you shouldn't be the best shot you can, because you can. You should do that. Do dry fire, kids. Do dry fire every day. So this is my rifle. It's a service rifle. It can fight at night. It can fight at day. It can fight up close. It can fight far. Oh, one other thing I'd like to say. I almost forgot. This is a big point. Everybody is being a little bit of a kind of a silly Billy, a little limp wrister about their rifles and stuff nowadays. I mean, this is by no means a light or small build for modern systems, but it is much smaller and lighter than the M16A4 with attached 203, PEC 16, and ACOG that I cleared mud huts with once upon a time in my glory days. So, though it is not designed to be an assaulter system or to clear rooms or kick doors, it 100% could clear rooms and kick doors. So, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Build yourself a service rifle. Get it together, kids. Pick one gun and build it properly. Stop getting a safe full of guns with $100 red dots on them. Stop it. One gun. Build it good. Train with it good. Get ready. Because summer's coming. It's already here. See y'all later.